Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Exile 3, Ruined World. And welcome to the city of Sharimik, which, as we'll soon discover, is the capital of Carnold Province. Okay, I don't feel like poking my nose into every single one of these little indentations. You are underneath one of Sharimik's towers. You climb the ladder and poke your head inside. There are several guards, watching for troglodytes. One of them tells you, in a very obscene manner, to get out. You oblige. Yeah, so we are finding ever worse and worse monster plagues here. And since this is a larger town, I should be able to talk to all of the townspeople. This woman has a light dusting of makeup on her face, put there to make her skin darker. You, however, immediately recognize her as an exile. She pulls you aside to speak in private, right in front of the town gate. I'm Sandra, Unspecified Services. Pleased to meet you. I'm from Unspecified Services, like you. Heard about your accomplishments. Excellent. We're the only branch of the Exile government doing anything up here right now. I'm moving between Sharimik and Lorelei, looking things over. Beats heading north. Gale is being attacked by these utterly lethal golems, and the keep of Tinraya was utterly destroyed. It was the strongest fort in Valorum, and some sort of bizarre monster unlike anything ever seen wiped it out. Can't find anything else about it, but I'm working on it. Things seem to be getting more intense as people head northward. You guys are really going places. Been to the bunker yet? It's back down in New Kotra. A few mages, trying to figure out outlandish solutions to our problems. They might be able to help you. Talk to Captain Johnson. He'll tell you how to enter. Captain Johnson is back in Fort Emergence. Bitter old guy. Hates Unspecified Services. You may have to press him to get information about the bunker. Ask him about it, and mention my name to him if he gives you trouble. Okay, I should note that down. And that's the same under one of Sharimik's towers message. Just to confirm the guards don't respond. Big barracks here. What looks like a captain. The garrison commander of Sharimik watches you with skepticism. She seems unwilling but resigned to give you some of her valuable time. Commander Corey. I run the Sharimik garrison. Quite a job. I also help Mayor Knight as best I can. Sharimik has been, for some time, the main military depot for southern Valorum. I'm in charge of looking after it. Quite the responsibility. Mayor Knight is in charge of anything in Sharimik that isn't military. A competent administrator, although I am concerned about his inability to get anyone to go on this mission he's been talking about. Mission, huh? She laughs. Sure. We're going to trust likely subversive outsiders with a key mission. Just go away. Yeah, not exactly a spoiler, but Sharimik doesn't really like exiles very much. Shrine of Happy Thoughts. What a pleasant-sounding place. A serene-looking woman stands before her altar, thinking happy thoughts. You interrupt them. I am Mother Ellen. I am the priestess of the Shrine of Happy Thoughts. May I provide assistance? She looks slightly embarrassed. Well, I wanted to start a faith to guide people and make their lives better. Unfortunately, I couldn't come up with a good guiding principle, so I improvised. I made the Shrine of Happy Thoughts based on the principle that, well, things would be a lot better if people were kind and just tried to be nice to each other for a change. Of course, it hasn't been popular at all, but you can't blame me for trying. Better than some churches. I can teach a variety of spells. Also, I'm a skilled healer. Spells, please. So this is where we get 5th level priest spells. And I actually do have plenty of gold here. Bless party, yes please. I do need to be a little strategic. Ooh, Shatter is like Move Mountains, but all around. And one of the cheaper ones, actually. Oh, son of a crap, I just bought all of those for Pearl. I am a fool. I don't think I saved before entering here. I'll just save that as a backup. Okay, I've saved sorta recently. But man, I'm really proud of winning that battle on my first try with not having 5th level spells. I could just use the character editor to cheat in some gold. Also, fighting Troglos does get me quite a lot of gold. So maybe Pearl will just end up knowing a bunch of spells and not being able to use them. You meet a small girl who's running down the street bouncing a ball. She stops to watch you. I'm Kelly. Hi. You're adventurers, right? She jumps up and down. Wow! I've never met real adventurers before. I wish I was one. I could look after my daddy. He's the missile guy. He's real worried about all the Troglos and might send me away. I hope he doesn't. I'd miss him. She thinks. Catch! She throws her ball at you. You barely manage to catch it and throw it back. Good catch! Oh. This building has been quite destroyed. This was once an armory, before several fireballs blew it to bits. The anvil and fire pit still remain, and bits of metal are scattered throughout. I think this building is destroyed by the time I get here, regardless of when I get here. But I'm not sure. You look interesting. The man behind the counter is not at all your ordinary, muscle-bound blacksmith. In fact, he's a rather bland-looking mage. He's holding a steel broadsword and looking at it with a practiced eye. He mumbles a few words of a spell and runs his fingers over the blade of the weapon he's holding. The metal glows red-hot for a moment. The man looks up at you. Welcome. I am known as Grove. Well, I have a variety of high-quality weapons available. You can sell me your excess goods if you wish. But my customers most value me for my magical skills. Why, yes. I believe that one day all blacksmithing will be done not with crude bashing by hammers, but with spells. Magic is a very versatile and beneficial tool, no matter what the Animals say. In fact, for a fee, I can augment your weapons. I can fill them with energy, which you can then unleash in the form of flames. Interested? That's probably a little too rich for my blood right now. Yeah, that's not so expensive for the iron short sword. Excellent. I can put this energy into any identified non-magical weapon which some lesser smith has not yet augmented. I might try that later just to see what his augmentation does. It sounds like he'll, Enchant a weapon so that it can cast flame spells. Can also sell him stuff. At least stuff that's been identified. Maybe later off screen. Sharimik Supply Depot. No removal of equipment without proper authorization. Random mage in a corner. You stumble over a small, middle-aged man who is sitting concealed behind a clump of trees. He looks panicked at first, but relaxes after looking you over for a moment. I'm Grassy. Move in, quick. Don't let anyone see you. I'm an alchemist. I study alchemy. Be careful. He motions for you to join him behind the trees. You can't be too careful. He looks somber and shrinks further back into the bushes. Well, there's the troglodytes, of course. What's worse, there's Mayor Knight. Troglodyte patrols hit town all the time. Their mages hit us with shockwaves, and cast spells so their fighters can fly in and cause all sorts of havoc. That's why I just hide. Wouldn't you? Ah, they get flight spells? I want flight spells. We've not heard anything from the Empire for months. Knight is using the opportunity to take total control of the town. He and his flunkies punish anyone who questions them. Can you blame me for just thinking back here, out of the way? Do you mean thinking, or do you mean slinking? Either or. It's hard to do any new research when concealed back here, I admit, but you can't be too careful. It's a pity, too. I had come up with some excellent recipes involving grey mold. Yes, I can teach how to make excellent potions for the healing of wounds and the curing of poison, using only grey mold. Would you care to purchase this knowledge? Medium healing and strong curing. Not bad, also can't afford them. Ah, you've got a more interesting graphic, but you're still just a guard. Sharimik Key Item Depot, high-level authorization only. I probably can't get in here yet. Yeah, probably not. Still a generic guard. Suddenly a shockwave hits, almost knocking you off your feet. It leaves you undamaged, but has put a large crack in the west wall of the chamber. As you watch in horror, several troglodytes squeeze their way through and attack. These aren't grunts either, but crack troglo shock troops. Oh dear. To arms, everyone! Oh good, I have trained Stephen up to level 5 already. Now, Garnet, unfortunately, does not have that many spells at her disposal just yet. Ooh, troglodyte defenders are pretty beefy. Oh, I can't cast Fireball at all without hitting at least one ally. Nuts. That just means I have more points for Ice Bolt. Also, Peridot is equipped with the Ravage Knife. And Peridot just took out a Troglodyte Kazi. Great job. 18? Come on, I was doing like 30-something when I first tried Ice Bolt. Ooh, I want to do 25 damage with my missile weapons. Once again, that went well. And I'm not going to bother trying to take anything labeled not mine while there are pretty strong Empire soldiers nearby. Oh wait, throwing knives, I can take those. Okay, and despite leaving a crack in a wall, it is not one that I can access. And we've got some docks and some interesting looking folks. That's Sandra again. This mage is practically ready to stumble into you. It's obviously been quite some time since he's slept. Sean, he mumbles. He stares off into space for a minute or so while trying to formulate an answer. Finally, he says, "Maintain the barriers. Troglos keep knocking down walls. We make magic barriers to plug holes. They dispel barriers. Big pain, those dispel spells." He teeters a bit. Dispelling barriers rare and powerful spell. Anyone knowing it can mess up our defenses. You want to learn? Well, forget it. We don't teach it. Though Mayor Knight might hire you if you spoke to him. He almost falls over right in front of you. Bye. Going to bed. If I can. He stumbles off. Is that how we get Dispel Barrier in this game? Yes, Garnet. Very exciting. A scruffy-looking sailor type is selling tickets by the dock. Kurt. I got tickets to Farport. 15 gold. And that's all I have to talk about. Yeah, right. Look. Everyone else may be willing to spill their guts, their innermost thoughts, to a bunch of wandering, pale, psychotically violent malcontents, but I'm not. Don't want a ticket? Buzz off. Okay, then. You soon reach the end of the dock, where swarthy sailors prepare a boat which will soon carry passengers to Farport. As you don't have a ticket, you can't ride with them. They tell you can get tickets from Kurt. And here's a wall that looks significantly more beat up. So forgive me if I'm a little distracted. My cat is currently licking and also nibbling on my hand. Spreggins, magical consultation. You meet a wizened old man with a carefully trimmed white beard. He sets down a thick, leather-bound book to speak with you. He's pale enough to have come from Exile. I am known to people in general as Spreggins. He takes a deep breath and thinks it over. Well, I do magic, I suppose. That seems to be a good overall description of my activities. Yes, magic does seem to be a good catch-all sort of term for it. For example, I can magically identify your items for a small fee. Or I teach spells to passing mages for a price. And of course I do research. That would seem to be an excellent summary of the current activities I am referring to when using the generic term magic. Bit pedantic, huh? He sighs. I am working on the puzzle of the ages, a way to modify the spell Magic Map so it works outdoors. Many have cried for such a wondrous thing, and yet it is still incoming. Perhaps one day. His voice trails off. Well, someone in Exile was able to very briefly get it to work for scrying the nearby parts of Valorum. So identification, spells. Ooh. Here's 5th level mage spells. This time I will make sure to select the correct character before buying Major Haste, and then crying because I can't afford Firestorm. Identification fee is 15 per item. After a bit of thought, he casts a spell. Excellent, he says. My head now contains a variety of relevant item-related information. Each segment of it will cost 15 gold. What do you wish to know about? Well, at least the silver ring will be worth more than 15 to sell. Wait, just a gold statue? Okay, gold statue, worth a fair bit of money. This small, intricately carved statuette is slightly warm to the touch. It's so carefully crafted and lifelike, it almost looks like it could move if it wanted to. Supposedly it can summon aid. It won't tell me what kind of aid it would summon. Magic broadsword, E. And the boots probably weren't worth picking up. Whatever. That's probably Spraggan's bedroom. You start to step into Spraggan's bedroom, but he says, "Excuse me, don't go in there." You back away. Fair enough, I guess. These random storerooms, on the other hand, well, one's a storeroom and one is a domicile. As you start to step through the door, you notice the floor on the other side looks slightly suspicious. Probably not worth triggering that trap. Find missiles. Must be Kelly's dad. You meet Sharimik's missile maker. He is putting the final polish on an intensely sharp throwing knife. I'm Isaac. Welcome. You can purchase missiles from me. Quality goods, I assure you. Distracts me from my worries. He looks around to make sure nobody is listening in. I can tell you about this, but nobody else. We've all heard how brave you are, and it's best not to let our leaders hear us express skepticism. I am concerned about my child. We are attacked by troglodytes all the time. I'm planning to send my daughter Kelly to Softport, a much safer place to be. I will miss her so, though. He sighs. Thank you for letting me unburden my soul. So, fairly basic missiles, cavewood bow. Ooh, I could buy a lemonwood bow if I had more money. Ah, City Hall. This sign has pretty silver letters. This building is important enough, I will save it for last. Oh, that's not just a generic archer. You meet one of the Empire's archers. Empire archers tend to be the most skilled and lethal known, and this one looks to be no exception. However, he also looks somewhat depressed. I'm Sloane. He doesn't look pleased that you're talking to him. Wait a minute, I don't have to talk to you. I have enough problems. Hey, even if I wanted to talk to you, which I don't, these days it's not too smart being seen talking to exiles, so buzz off. That's right. Everyone knows there's exiles about, and everyone knows about you in particular. If the Empire ever sent representatives down here anymore, you'd be arrested for sure. But for now, I don't want to be seen talking to you. Good day. He tromps off. Alrighty then. Ginny's rations. Not that I need food, but I like talking to new people. You meet a very pretty young woman, busy chopping garlic. The counter is covered with delicious-looking food. I'm Ginny. Welcome to my shop. She indicates the counter in front of you. Doesn't all of this look good? It all can be yours. I have all sorts of food for sale. She smiles. It's nice to have customers. It's been lonely lately. With all the monsters about, the merchants I always talk to don't come through much anymore. I talk to the townspeople, but some of them are, well, ungrateful. She looks irked as she says it. I was really interested in Sloane, one of the archers in town. I gave him a ring for luck while fighting the Troglos. It was a family heirloom. He lost it. Can you believe it? If someone could get back the ring Sloane lost, I'd be very grateful. Sloane's one of the town archers, and he's very, very good at handsome. I was fond of him. Once. But then I gave him my ring, a family heirloom for luck, and he loses it. Wish someone would make that meanie return it. Meanwhile, the food is sandwich and ale, dried mushrooms, roast chicken, hearty meal, iron rations, odd avian meat, and steak. Well, it looks like we've got a chance to be a busybody here. He looks surprised. I lost Ginny's ring while fighting some Troglos outside the walls at the southwest corner of town. You take note of this. I couldn't find it again. If only I could, I might have hope with her. Uh-huh. Southwest corner, got it. Inn of the Hairy Eyeball. Okay, then. A man sits at one of the inn's tables. The table has several shields on it, and the man is polishing one of them. I'm Ehrenfeld. Well, my shop was destroyed in a Troglo raid, so I have to run my business here for now. Care to see my wares? Those vermin. I hope we wipe them out again. He thinks. Oh well, I almost have the money to rebuild my shop together, and at least I have my health. He runs off to his hotel room and returns shortly with a few pieces of armor. Here we are. My shop is gone, but my goods are as high quality as ever. Care to make a purchase? So, various bronze armors. A little bit of iron and steel. Okay, cool. I still prefer to get most of my armor from looting. The owner of the inn looks like someone who is young, but who has been rapidly aged by circumstances. She looks glad to see a customer. I'm Quinn, she says. I run this inn, and let me tell you it's one trial or tribulation after another, if you care, which you don't. But look, we have a reasonably safe room for 10 gold. We have rounds of beer for 2 gold, and fine bourbon for 12. I recommend the bourbon. She serves you some beer. It's weak and unpleasant. She says, sorry about the beer, it's pretty bad. My regular brewer got killed. Now the bourbon, it's excellent. She pours you several shots of strong liquor. The stuff hurts even your toughened throats. She leans close to you. By the way, I've been hearing some intriguing rumors about a certain artifact. My knowledge will only cost 100 gold. Ah, dang it, I don't have that right now. I will come back for your knowledge later. Ballard's adventuring supplies. The man behind the counter is busy polishing some lockpicks. I'm Ballard. I make tools. You can purchase them, and it makes me very happy. He grins, in order to show how happy he is. Incredibly happy. I could not be happier with the rulership of our town. He continues to smile, but his eyes watch you carefully. He speaks clearly and deliberately. Yes, I could not be more happy with the leadership of our mighty city. I am very content and feel safe. All right? Your tools include torches, lamp, poisons, lockpicks, fine lockpicks. If I ever feel like using lockpicks again. Star Cap training. No stupid questions, please. Again, alas, if only I had much more gold. A man, small, wiry, muscular, and leather-clad, is looking you over. His opinion of you seems to be worsening by the moment. I'm Starcap. I spend my life educating cave newts like you. Fulfilling? I think not. Yeah, educating cave newts. Adventurers. Like you. He gets fed up. Look, you want training or not? How could any job that involves constant work with smelly, unkempt, manners-impaired adventurers be fulfilling? Are you related to a certain Starcap down in Almeria, down in Exile? You seem very similar. Anyways, on to Town Hall. Sorry, City Hall. Internal Affairs Supervisor Levin. The man sitting behind this desk looks as close to a spider as any human can get. He sizes you up with beady eyes. I'm Internal Affairs Supervisor Levin. He grins and twitches slightly. Many tasks fall to me. I maintain loyalty. I am the Chief Jobs Dispatcher. I am map-making coordinator. And I assist Mayor Knight whenever possible. His mouth twitches in disapproval. I'm sorry. You are not allowed to know about that. I see. I tell official, Empire-sanctioned mapmakers in the area what areas need map-making, and compile the fruits of their labors. Would you like to purchase a map of Carnold Province? Only 300 gold? Another day, my friend, another day. If only I could find a nullbug and knew where the town of Moon was. Yeah, these are all very distant. Mayor Knight is a wise and strong-willed man, and I am proud to be at his right hand. By the way, I understand he has been looking for someone to undertake a mission. He grins. If you want the mission, you should speak to Mayor Knight. See you soon. You don't like his smile at all. Sharimik is the center for a very wide range of military operations. It is thus inevitable that a large amount of paperwork is generated here. It's all stored in this room, where it decays and is eventually forgotten. This door is covered with very powerful runes of locking. Even if you could get it open, you have little doubt all manner of alarms would sound out. You back away. Okay then. Didn't think there would be anything on those shelves, but one must check. Office of the Mayor. This sign has pretty gold letters. I'm sure this town's government is not corrupt at all. Hello, you've got a secret chamber in here. Yep, magic barrier. Figures. A harsh-looking man watches you dryly from behind his desk. His clothes are very ostentatious, and his mayor's sash is made of remarkably rich fabric. He wears a gold circlet. I am Mayor Knight of Sharimik. Welcome to my office. He looks somber. Well, it's complicated, but at the heart of it, I am trying to maintain control. Attacks come at us from all sides. The Empire has abandoned us. I guide my people upon the only safe path left to us. We have foes, both outside and inside. The Troglows come at us from without, and subversives cause rot from within. Word has spread of the Pale Travelers who helped end a plague of monsters to the south. I, therefore, let you come here in the hope that you could be convinced to undertake a quest for us. Recently, a Troglow envoy came to our walls, bearing a scroll. The envoy shouted that the king of the Troglodytes wished for us to send diplomats to him. It left the scroll and fled. Since then, we have been unable to find anyone both skilled and smart enough to deserve the mission, and suicidal enough to take it. I will reward you. Alas, there is a problem. Sharimik is ruled by a triad right now. Empire rules bind us still. Before you can go on a mission for us, you need to get approval from Garrison Commander Corey and Internal Affairs Supervisor Levin. Go ask them about this mission. Convince them to allow you to undertake it, and I will assist you. Okay. She is in the barracks at the north end of the city. Levin, a superb gentleman, my right-hand man. He's just next door. He looks disturbed. I'm afraid you are not authorized to have that information. My apologies. The Empire has not sent us guidance, supplies, or reinforcements for months and months. We have to look after ourselves. They have shut us off since the disaster at Tinraya. I'm not authorized to have that information. Control. The Empire rules our world through control, and we can keep Karnald Province safe through control. Our discipline will help us defeat the Troglows. In fact, that is why you are allowed to enter Sharimik. Okay. Might as well start asking about mission. So you want permission to go on a mission, eh? Well, it's no problem. However, there's a lot of paperwork that I'll need to fill out first. And there's a filing fee for those papers. Give me 1,000 gold, and I'll give you permission. When you have the money, just ask me about the mission again. I'm afraid you don't have the proper filing fee. I really must insist. Aha. Well, now that I've spoken with Mayor Knight, let me see if Commander Corey has anything different to say. She frowns. I can't believe Mayor Knight wants to give you this mission. You want permission? Prove your worth. The Troglows have a giant altar in the hills east of Angel's Rest. Find and destroy it, and permission is yours. The problem is, it's sure to be magical. You may need a ritual of sanctification. All that holy mumbo-jumbo is beyond me. I haven't the foggiest idea how to destroy an evil altar. Tell you who might, though. Talk to Nydia. She's in Softport. Tell her my name. She served with me once. If she knows anything about how to destroy the Troglow altar, she'll tell you. And that's the last help you'll get from me. Well, that is better than nothing. And now that I have finished exploring this town and doing all that I currently can about that mission, I think it's time to end the episode here. Until next time, have a good one, everybody.